Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is I, Sean, the American and crack guy riding his motorcycle. However, I'm not riding a motorcycle today. I actually got some new toys in the mail, and I figured I would share it with you guys. Give me a second. First thing, I got this guy. The Zhiyun, not sure how you pronounce it, Crane M2. So, number one. And also, this little guy from Zhiyun as well. Let's see if that'll lock on there. It is the vertical adapter for the gimbal. Basically, it'll let me use the gimbal to film my TikToks when I post them up. Anyway, as I got them today, I figured I would do a little unboxing with you. As you can see, still sealed. Literally went and picked it up at the post office this morning because my post office hates me and they refuse to deliver anything that will not fit in my mailbox. Go figure. Thanks Amazon for using Polish Post. Nothing wrong with Polish Post. It's just I think my local office is special. Anyway, go ahead and open this up. Wow. That was not what I expected. There we go. Oh. Interesting. I just showed you tags that were actually open. Well, this one wasn't open, but it probably doesn't need to be opened. I wonder why it was open. Oh, we'll see. So here we go. Zhiyun Crane M2. Here's the styrofoam case that it comes in. It's quite small. It's my hand. It's not that big. Will easily fit in any backpack or a little kind of side carry case. Okay, it's two halves with the case is two halves with a plastic insert glued in to let it hinge. Let's see if I can get that over there and show it to you. So right here, there's a plastic insert between the two halves, and that's a hinge. We'll see how that lasts. But the case itself is quite light, quite nice. Everything is cut well and fits in there pretty nice. Okay, so it comes with a USB-C charging cable. I don't know if that will focus on that. Pretty small. It comes with a, let's say, faux leather strap, wrist strap. It has the quick release mounting base. So as you can see, there's kind of two cuts in there. This small area should be for point and shoots, mobile phones, action cameras, small, lighter devices. And the bigger channel should be for like your APS-C mirrorless cameras or any of the larger cameras that you may want to put on this gimbal. What else do we have in here? There is a tripod base. It is a plastic, but pretty solid. Like the plastic feels good. Tripod base. It opens wide. Let's see if you can see this. Let's close that there. So it's a wide open tripod base. So it gets a nice wide support base with your standard, was that 1/4-20 thread on the top. So you can mount even the camera directly to the tripod and set it down if you want a really low angle. What else is here? This is this is the knurled, I guess it's 1/4-20 as well, thumb screw that you would use this, to lock the camera into place on that mounting plate. There we go, sorry about that. And what else? Is there anything else in here besides the gimbal? Let's see. Oh, wait, no. And then there's the gimbal. Oh wait, there is one more thing here. It does come with, that's cool. I didn't expect that. It comes with, maybe I should have read the product description better when I ordered it. Let's put it the right way up. That is from Zhiyun. It is a mobile mount. So you can put a mobile phone in there. I'm not quite sure. Oh, okay. And on the bottom on one side there is 1/4-20 mounting point, standard camera mounting point. So I guess you can stick that in the gimbal and put your mobile phone in there. Very cool. I am probably going to use that. I did not know it was in there. And finally, we have the gimbal itself. This thing is a lot smaller than I thought it would be. I think that is everything in the case, except for the standard, you know, little packets that keep moisture out of the packaging. So I'm going to take this case and just put it off to the side for a minute. And let's just look at this gimbal. This is a pretty interesting. I mean, it is small. Like, that's the handle, and I can pretty much cover the entire handle in my grip. Interesting as well. It also comes with an additional 1/4-20 mounting hole on the side there. This is kind of cool too, because if you do want to use this for vlogging, everything that you put on your camera has to be balanced on the gimbal when you mount it up. So things like microphones, especially the Rode Micro Go, I believe it's called. Kind of one of those standard, I've got one somewhere, one of those standard vlogging mics that Rode makes that goes right in the hot shoe or cold shoe of your camera. Has a little coily cable and you plug it in. That coily cable, it's got weight and it free flows, right? So anything that moves will throw the weight of the gimbal off potentially, or weight of the camera off, which will cause it to potentially unbalance. So you can technically mount the wireless, the mic, not the wireless mic, any mic right here, and keep it on the base instead of having it actually being supported by the motors of the gimbal. That's pretty cool. I'm impressed with that. And I guess if you need a little extra length, you just take the tripod mount there. Oh yeah, look at that. And now I've got something that gives me a little extra reach, not lease. Because I do use a Sony ZV-1, which is what I'll primarily be mounting on here, or my mobile phone. I've got a OnePlus 8 Pro. Yeah, so that ZV-1's got that 24 millimeter wide angle lens, which is a little tight for vlogging. And especially if you put on the Action, the Active Steady State, I believe it's called. That's Sony's active stabilization, digital stabilization. The crop on that is a little tight, and unless you keep your arm really extended or have some sort of selfie stick or something with a bit of an extension, you can crop out quite a bit of the photo. So not using the steady state and using a gimbal like this is pretty impressive. Let's see if there's a charge on this thing. Well, you know what, before I do that, I don't want to mess up the motors. And everything here looks like it's kind of already locked in place. Oh, we'll see. There is a lock and unlock button. Okay, that lets the head pivot. There are plenty of thumb screws, so let's just See if I can't get that in on the camera. There are plenty of thumb adjusters all over the place, so you don't need specialty tools or screwdriver or anything like that to do your adjustments or your balancing. And yep, that is pretty cool as well. So one of the things when you have a thumb screw like this, something like that right there, is let's say you tighten it up and it ends up in that up position. That could potentially get in the way of your gimbal moving. So that would be terrible. Zhiyun thought of that, and these are spring-loaded. So if I pull it up, I can tighten it up, I can pull, let's see if we can get that in there, I can pull that and then rotate it and put it where I want, so it will not interfere with the operation of the gimbal. That is pretty smart. Zhiyun, I guess there's a reason you're kind of killing it in this space right now. I just want to adjust this so nothing interferes with each other. And then let's see if I can't turn it on, see if there's a charge on this thing. Oh, there we go. It is not balanced. Axis lock fail. It is vibrating and beeping at me. Axis lock failed. I shouldn't have done that. I'll go ahead and turn that off. You should clearly mount your camera, balance it up, and then turn on your gimbal. But yeah, it's a new toy. I shouldn't have done that. I know better. And there it is on this tripod. It's got a small LCD display here, thumbstick that you can use to, I guess, navigate through the menu, potentially also move the gimbal. There's a mode button. There's a zoom, a wide and telephoto slider. There is a power button on the side there. There is the USB-C charger, which I think I pointed out before. And there's also a trigger right here, which lets you switch between different modes on this gimbal. I believe it has the standard pan follow. It has this cool vortex mode, which allows it to kind of spin. It's got a hybrid pan or hybrid follow, which kind of allows you to, as you can kind of give it inputs by moving it, and it'll detect that and turn the camera kind of into the direction that you're pointing it, up, down, left, right, angles, stuff like that, which will be kind of cool and give them some unique angles. It also has a selfie mode, so if you I believe triple tap the joystick, if the camera's facing away with you, it'll just turn 180, level off, and face you, so you have your selfie mode, and then you just double tap it again, and I think it'll turn back into forward facing. So far I'm kind of happy with it. The build quality feels solid. It doesn't feel cheap. It feels quite hefty in the hand, not heavy, but just like a solid, good feel in the hand. And nothing seems to, the motors, these things are moving, but that's because I don't have it set up and balanced right now. But nothing really seems wobbly or there. Something is rattling. I've got to loosen it up. Yeah, right there. Oh, and another interesting thing with the quick release plate. So the quick release plate will mount right in here. Let's see if I can get a line on that for you. Ooh. There we go. That's the quick release plate, how it goes in. But just before that, there is a small kind of safety pin that you have to depress to insert the plate in, and also I think depress to remove. So what the point of that is if I'm not mistaken, yep, and right there underneath there's a track for it, and you can see the kind of grooved angles channeling it in. I put that in, and even if I forget to lock it down with the thumb screw, it doesn't fall off, so your camera will not fall off by accident. It'll stop on that safety screw, and like I said, I have to depress it, and then the plate comes off for the quick release. Another thing I'm noticing here, I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere, but I'm not 100% if I did, or it's just I'm noticing it now. But there seems to be kind of a way to, yeah, I think so. Adjust this and leave it. Yeah, you don't have to actually move it. So, yeah, it's a kind of a quick marker. Like, they're all numbered. There's indicators, like measurement indicators, like on a ruler, and numbers there. So you can kind of dial in where it is that you put your camera. And let's say I go between my phone and my Sony, I can know maybe my Sony balances at the number 1 mark and my phone balances at the ½ centimeter mark. So I can at least get a rough, quick dial in and then just do my adjustment from there. Hey, but that's been it. I think this is everything. Oh, you forgot about this little guy. The vertical adapter. And this is still sealed. I'll need that knife again. Let's not cut ourselves. Okay. Always cut away from yourself, people. Never towards yourself. A lesson I've learned the hard way. Okay. So here we are. Just sealed up in your regular kind of normal plastic. Let's get rid of that box. Oh, that's some good adhesive. Oh, it didn't even try. It literally just tore off the adhesive, the plastic. It didn't even try to peel off. So this thing looks like it can mount a few different ways. So I can actually use this. Is that legit? Let's see. Let's slide that in there. That is interesting. So it actually has 2 axes or 2 mounting points. So I can actually use this, and I'm pretty sure it's big enough that the Sony will balance on it. I'll have to try it, but maybe I won't need to use this big mounting plate for my Sony, because the Sony is quite small. And since I would be mounting it here, all of this part, that would be, let's see if that helps you just see it, a little contrast, because I'm wearing a black sweater with a black product. My fault, guys. All of that would be extra, just hanging off the back of the camera, or towards the back of the camera. Maybe a little irritating, but this thing is quite slim. Again, just for contrast, the focus should be working fine. I'll put them side by side. You can see there's quite a difference there. So if I can mount, and it looks like I can mount the camera on this. I'll have to see if it balances. Or alternatively, you can also mount your camera vertically. So now I can have stabilization and for a gimbal, with the camera mounted in its portrait mode. And that would be handy. We'll see how it works out. But I honestly, I didn't think it was going to be a capability for me to also just use it for the, wow, I'm drawing a blank. Horizontal, the landscape. Wow, Sorry. The landscape mode, you know, I really thought this was for vertical use only, but it looks like I'll be able to actually just have this mounted to the camera, and I can swap from landscape to portrait without any issues. That is something I'm definitely going to have to try and play around with. I haven't even set it up. I haven't looked at a manual yet, which I haven't seen one. There's definitely nothing in the box. Nope, there's nothing else here. There was nothing in the box it came in. I'm sure there's a manual online. But again, it is the Zhiyun. Sorry. Yeah, this thing is quite small. No. So yeah, this thing is quite small. I am kind of impressed with that size. I'm pretty sure it's going to get it out to the same distance as my kind of mini selfie vlogging stick that I keep with my Sony. I mean, I do have a longer one for a wider field of view. I don't want to do that wide angle adapter thing. I'm not sure I'm messing with that. But I do keep a, here it is, Ulanzi. I believe this is a MT08. I have the little circular adapter that goes underneath the camera, just to give it a little base. Off right now, because it fits, I keep it in my camera pouch. I have a small camera pouch somewhere. Here it is. So I usually keep the Sony in this low and pro case, and in the case I would have camera, 3 spare batteries, and this stick with the little circle adapter. It's in here somewhere, and the wireless wind muff. The wind muff that comes with the Sony ZV-1. It's kind of factory dead cat, let's just say. But yeah, I think this is going to kind of come out to about the same height that I would get, or extension I would get with this Ulanzi. So it's a little mini tripod, nice rotating ball, locks in there pretty well, but it also extends. And that's what I use to get a little bit extra distance between me and the camera to give it a slightly wider angle, so it's not just me filling the frame. And this is going to get me pretty close to that. And to be fair, I would use this with the tripod down, as I would with that. So let's see. This will probably get me an extra few centimeters of gap between me and the camera, which would help with the wide angle even a little bit more. And with stabilization, I don't have to use the active stabilization on the camera, which will reduce the crop and get me back to the native 1-inch sensor format that the camera uses. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. Can't really wait to try and use it and set it up. And I think that's where we're going to call it quits for the day. I will talk to you guys later. Again, peace. It is Sean, the American Crack Cow, riding his motorcycle. Not today. Please subscribe. Hit the like button if you like this. And follow me on Insta. I tend to post, a little good morning or shots from my breakfast places, or if I go somewhere unique with the bike, some photos there. But yeah, go right ahead. There'll be a link somewhere at the end of this with my Insta handle. It's still DJ Cut and Paste, just like it is on my YouTube channel. Anyway, thanks again, guys. Peace.